In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, to whom we all have to turn back. Honorable listeners and respectable audience, you know that we have started a series of linguistics. In linguistics, we have discussed different chapters like syntax, phonology, morphology, morpheme, and formation of words, that how words are formed. Same is the case we discuss segmental phonology and suprasegmental phonology. And these days we have started the chapter in detail, and that is about syntax, which is the study of the structure of the sentence. That's how a sentence is structured. Listeners and audience, if you remember, I told you in this chapter that how a verb is formed, how the structure of a verb phrase is formed, and also noun phrase, verb phrase, adjective phrase, and prepositional phrase, along with adverbial phrase as well, that they have their own hands. Connected to this, I also taught you the tree structure of all these verbs, all these phrases. You also remember the moment test and the replacement test. Even some deletion in phrases, that how to recognize them. After that, I also told you about subordinate clause, the difference between subordinate clause and root sentence. That how to know subordinate clause and how to know root sentence, and also how to identify and differentiate them. Listeners and audience, today I'm going to teach you the topic, and that is how to draw a tree structure per sentence with three verbs. It means that if we have a sentence, a root sentence, which is based on three verbs, so what would be the tree structure of that sentence? Listeners and audience, first of all, you must keep some points in your mind in order to draw the tree structure of the root sentence which has three or more than three main verbs. For example, whenever we have in a sentence two main verbs, it means that one verb belongs to root sentence while another verb belongs to subordinate clause. Similarly, if we have three main verbs in a sentence, in a root sentence, it means that one verb belongs to root sentence only, while the rest of the two verbs, or more than that, more than them, they belong to subordinate clause. Now, in this lecture, I'm going to teach you the method of such verbs, such root sentence. And I'm also teaching you that these root sentences, or even the sentence which has more than two verbs, the subordinate clauses can be one after the other, or the two subordinate clauses they can be either at the beginning or even at the ending of a sentence. What does it mean? It means that whenever we have a root sentence, and then in that root sentence we have two other main verbs. So the two other main verbs, which we call them, it means two other sentences like subordinate clauses. So they can be either at the beginning of a sentence or at the ending, or even they can be, one of them will be at the beginning or at the ending of a sentence. or they may be one after the other. They can be in the connected forms. But it will not clear until and unless I provide almost two examples. So then I'm sure that you will know the topic. So let me provide one example. I said that Mary told me that she was leaving. Listeners, I didn't see the past sentence. First of all, I'm going to tell you about main verbs. And this sentence we have three main verbs. Like we have said, this is one verb. We have told, this is another verb. And we also have verb living. So three words are there. Now, the first verb which we have, verb that belongs to the root sentence. So here we have I said. This is root sentence. While the rest of the two sentences, they are belong to subordinate clause. So they are subordinate clauses. So here we have two main verbs after the root sentence like told and also leaving. Now, that Mary told me, this is one subordinate clause, and that she was leaving, this is another subordinate clause. The question is how to draw the tree structure for this. Now, see, we have, we have S. S means sentence. In sentence, we have NP and VP. Now, here I, that is NP, that is N, NC, that is V. Now, that, here the subordinate clause starts. So, from VP, we are taking the string, and that is S. And then, that here means SC, subordinate clause. So, here the subordinate clause. So, in this, we have NP, yes, and yes. We have NP and VP. And in NP, that is Mary, and we have VP, that is Tor. Yes. So this is V. After that, we have NP, that is me. So I'm taking is N. Now remember that when we have another subordinate clause, one after the other, we are taking the string not from NP, we are taking the string from VP because it is another sentence. So here the string would be from VP. So we are taking S, and that is SC means subordinate clause. And S, we have two strings like NP and VP. Yes, in NP we have she, that is N, and VP we have two strings, two daughters, like we have auxiliary verb and then main verb, that is V. So listeners and audience, this is the structure of when there are more than two main verbs in a sentence. So this is a root sentence I see, and the rest of them, they are two subordinate clause. And remember that you can also replace it by just a single word. I said what? I said that. So you can replace it just by a single word. I said it. I said it. So that's why these two are subordinate clauses which come one after the other. Now, there is another question which you might have in your mind. The question is that this is right, and the sentence is also easy and was easy, which I presented before you. That after the root sentence there was one subordinate clause and another. However, if we have one subordinate clause at the beginning of a sentence and then another subordinate clause at the ending of a sentence, and in the midst there is a root sentence or the root verb. So then what would be the tree structure of it? First of all, I'm writing the sentence that you know. For example, when when she arrived when she arrived, Mary told me that she was living. Now, listeners and audience, you see, first of all, I have to know about the root sentence. Here we have Mary told me. This is the root sentence, and here we have the main verb that is told. Okay, and the rest of the two, when she arrived, this is one subordinate clause, and that is the other, that she was living. Why? Because here it starts from that. Okay, and here it is also start from the question phrase. So these two are what? The first one and the last one, these two are subordinate clauses, while this one is root sentence. Let me write it. We have root sentence. Okay, subordinate clause. Okay, and then also we have subordinate clause. Now, what would be the tree structure, the tree diagram of it? Okay. First of all, I'm taking here that is S. Here we have S. S means sentence. In a sentence we have two NP and one VP. Yes, two NPs and one VP. NP, that is when, so we are taking is N. Okay. And we are also taking that is N, noun. Arrived, that is we. Okay, here I'm taking that is a root sentence. So root sentence has dominance over another sentence. So that's why I'm taking here is S. So in S we have NP and we also have VP. In NP we have Mary, that is N, and VP we have told, that is V. Okay, so told is V, verb. And then inside, after the VP, we have NP, that is me, noun. Now we are taking another subordinate clause, okay, after the root sentence. So here we are taking the string from not NP, from VP. So in VP, we are having as, that means sentence or string. So then I'm taking here is SC. SC means subordinate clause. In S we have NP and also VP. NP, that is she, that is an, and VP we have two. So was is here what? Auxiliary verb, and living, that is verb. So hope that, yes, one point is left here. I should connect this S with another string. So now this is the complete structure of the another sentence. Hope that this topic is clear.